In a world of glitz and glam, flashing lights and screaming fans, most people are unaware of the war that rages behind the scenes. And that war includes your favorite artist and your favorite songs. This is The Dark Side of Songwriting. Hosted by Nayim Edwards.
Welcome to The Dark Side of Songwriting. My name is Nayim Edwards and I'm your host. Today I actually thought about making this paranormal pentivity, but it's kind of somewhere in the middle, but it's a little bit more deeper than what the paranormal pentivity thing is. Even though paranormal pentivity is deep, this one is a lot more interpersonal, so it's over here. What are we talking about today? People changing lyrics in their songs. We've had two cases. Beyonce, as of recently, with Monica Lewinsky of all fucking people, right? And Lizzo, they accused her of using a ableist slur. So before I actually speak about that, let me just put this insert here. What I do over here, we're not talking about individual people because nothing is unique to one person. Behaviors are patterns. Everybody has a pattern. Everybody has a pattern that can be recognized. We're just talking about behaviors, patterns, intricacies, lessons that can be learned, those type of things. It's never about an individual person. Who gives a fuck about that? Thank you for rocking out if you've been rocking out. If you're new here, welcome. So, once is a coincidence, twice is the development of a pattern, maybe? I don't know. Possibly. But I think that's what it is. Once is definitely... Okay, maybe it's like once is a one-off. Twice is coincidental. 3 times is a pattern. Well, in the last 3 months, we've had 2 instances of our artists having to change their music because of ableist slurs. You don't get the quote, you're going to get this. So, if you don't know what ableism is using a term that is a slur towards people who have disabilities. This is what they say ableism is. So let's just say crazy is an ableist slur, insane is an ableist slur, retarded is an ableist slur. Could you say handicap? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you get the picture. You know what I'm saying? Any type of disability, that's like a mental disability. Midget is an ableist slur if you want to take it there. You know, because that's discriminating against people who are vertically challenged. You know? We don't have to go down the list. I'm pretty sure you get it at this point, especially if you over here. Hopefully, you're a little bit more intelligent than what everything is going on out here. So, both of these people, Beyonce and Lizzo, use the word spaz, right? This is the problem that I have with today's time in general. And I didn't want to turn this into no rant type shit, but I have a problem with anybody telling black artists they should change what they do in their work. I don't give a fuck who wrote it. I don't give a fuck how it, whatever. I have a problem with anybody telling any artist, especially black artists, we should change what we do in our work. I wouldn't give a fuck what came out of somebody's mouth. If that is what they wanted to say and that is what they wanted to portray in their music, I feel like it's okay. You would never hear me going crazy because some rapper talked about I'm strapped like a dyke. You would never hear me going crazy because somebody said light-skinned hoes was the best. I don't care. If that's what you wanted to say, you can say that. And my thing is with today, we're too fucking sensitive. And I know, the thing with saying, we're too sensitive of today, people's rebuttal is, no, we just are not allowing these XYZ behaviors. No, it's too sensitive. You can't say shit. You can't do shit. the minute that you come out and you decide to say, no, I'm taking a stance against that, I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to, people turn into fucking computer scientists trying to hunt you down and trying to take you down because you don't want to conform to whatever behaviors and whatever's that they want you to have. I don't think Lizzo or Beyonce should have took spaz out of their music. Who gives a fuck? And then this is another problem that I have noticed, or I know of, because it's like you notice something, you just kind of like, okay, but you know that this is true. All these other groups, whatever the denomination is, when they don't have an understanding of black culture, they don't know that black people speak in code all the time. Spaz is not a slur in black culture. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, and as a black person, you don't get to tell me what the fuck to say. You don't get to tell me what the fuck to do. You don't dictate my music and tell me whatever, because as long as I'm not bound to whatever fucking rules and restrictions you have for whatever you got going on, I can do and say what the fuck I want to do and say. Lizzo say spaz. Beyonce say spaz. The world goes crazy. Oh, you're making fun of handicapped people. You're making fun of people with mental disabilities, but okay, this is a black person. In black culture, spaz is not a slur. Spaz is not said with the intention to hurt nobody. And then they'll probably come back with some shit. Oh, nigga. When I say nigga, yeah, but nigga is a direct term that only affects us. Spaz is not a direct term that affects anybody, and it's not a fucking slur. People are making up shit every fucking day. There's a new fucking vocabulary word, and it got to the point where I just said, man, fuck all of that. I'm not abiding by none of this new shit people are talking about, because it's just too much to keep up with at this point. I'm not here, and my thing is, I'm not no tyrannical Saurus Rex. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a person that's out here willing to disrespect. I don't want to disrespect nobody, because I'm not going to be talking to nobody like that if I don't have to, especially if you give me that technical foul vibe, you know what I'm saying? But you don't tell people what to do. You don't tell people what to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially us. Now, if you want to go live your life over there somewhere where everything is put in the most symmetrical shape that it can be, that's fine. But I don't believe in telling people what to say, especially in their music. You don't get to tell me what to say, and you won't. Do I think they should have changed it? No. I don't think they should have changed it. They should have pushed back. But the problem is, and this is where we get into what the dark side is, because this shit sounds like a rant, but I'm telling you, I'm saying it for a reason. They don't have images that allow them to push back. They don't have images that allow them to, and I'm not playing nobody for a bitch or a pussy. Beyonce is a little bit more aggressive in imaging, but at the same time, these people are so big in their pop music to the point where all they will have to do is come out and say, I'm sorry, I didn't know that was a slur. The world keeps turning, and but they can't just say I'm sorry. They have to go and rearrange their whole lyric. Beyonce got a lyric in Break My Soul. It was just like, I just quit my job. People was actually going out here and quitting their jobs. She had to change it to, what she changed it to? Need a break from jobs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, I gotta keep lifting up, because sometimes this motherfucker just cut off on his own. Because people really took serious what she said. What she said and what she says is law. Therefore, people take it serious, and then that's heavy when you get to that point, and that actually comes with it if you decide to go down with that image. Rick Ross never went back and changed that Molly in the champagne. She didn't even know it. Took her home and enjoyed it. She didn't even know it. Fujiano didn't change gave her a pill, told her to drop her panties. She didn't even understand me or some shit. Those type of artists don't have to change their lyrics, because I think it's understood amongst us that a nigga can say what they want to. A lot of niggas is just rapping, but this is the problem with going out there and trying to be with everybody else, and it's just like sometimes you just can't help it. Beyonce and Lizzo can't help that they're so big that everything they say is gonna be used against them. Nobody cares. Nobody even really brings up, unless they trying to prove a point, that Fujiano lyric. Nobody brings up that Rick Ross shit. Nobody brings up whatever. You know, and you can say something positive. I remember Pop Smoke saying I like dark skins like her melanin. Nobody went crazy over that. But as soon as a nigga make a lyric about a red bone, that's when everybody want to go, oh my God, you hate black women. But what about motherfuckers just being in the moment, expressing something in the song? But I think it's Pop Smoke has said shit about all type of bitches. Nobody ever made no big deal out of it because it's understood that he's in this position and he can take this stance of, I'm going to push back. You don't tell me what the fuck to do. Now, it just depends on how big you want to be. Because if you want to go and be Beyonce level, you might actually believe that. The fuck? Okay, I think it's some children outside or something. But like, that shit just throwed me. But if you get to that level, fucking bug in here. Jesus, I got to get the fuck out of here. You get to that level, it's understood that you're going to make some mistakes. And those mistakes can really cost you your career. Lizzo could cost her career, really. Beyonce, not really, because she already did. But Lizzo was big, too. They shouldn't have did it. Don't change your fucking lyrics. Fuck them. Push back no matter what. And it's going to cost you some fans. It's going to cost you some publicity. But they shouldn't be telling us how to do black music. I don't care you don't tell black people what to do and what to say. We've been speaking in code forever. We got to speak in code. A lot of the words that we say, you know, I'm in Virginia, and the phrase, you good? That could really mean anything. You good? Like, are you okay? You good? What's wrong with you? You good? You need some help? You good? Let me help you out. You good? Oh, okay. Go ahead. You know, oh, you good? You want to fight? You know, it's just all type. That's the same phrase used. It's like 20 different meanings for that shit out here. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell niggas in Virginia how to get down or niggas in Virginia how to talk just because you come from a place where saying you good might be a slur or a slur, whatever. And that's another thing. Everything's a fucking slur. You can't even, somebody say something to you, and just because they so motherfucking different, you can't even clap back because now you got a hate crime situation going on because somebody of some other type of denomination that is not of your denomination saying something to you, and you can't defend yourself. You can't say nothing back. You can't have a rebuttal. You're not allowed to have a fucking opinion. Everything you say is going to be used against you in a court of law. You're going to get a hate crime charge because you can't. Because we're in this weird time where everything is being ran over a fine-tooth comb, and people think that they should be able to muzzle you because they don't agree or they don't like whatever you got going on, or they don't like how your culture does something, or that's not right wherever they are. The thing about being right and the thing about being wrong is a lot of people do what they think is right for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, for everything that is done correctly, somebody is going to be on the opposite side and say, that was terrible and that was a tragedy. You don't tell me to change, lyrics in my songs. I won't do it. And no artist should change any lyrics to any song. I don't give a fuck what the song's about. I don't give a fuck who feelings get hurt. I don't give a fuck about none of that. We don't live in Pixie Land. You know what I'm saying? From the fucking Fairly Odd Parents, if you don't know about Pixie Land. Like, we don't live somewhere where everybody's required to be the same. And you shouldn't conform because you're not being yourself and you're not being able to creatively express whatever you felt, even if it is something that is perceived as wrong. That's how you feel. That's how you are. And it is best for everybody to know, or whatever. But in this case, it's just, bro, it's just music. Like, who give a fuck? Fun, happy songs, uplifting, whatever. Niggas ain't out here trying to incite no terrorist attacks or no shit like that. Hurt nobody's feelings, you know. Anyway, this has been the dark side of songwriting. I was gonna do that dream shit. I ain't giving that bitch no attention. Anyway, thank y'all for rocking out. I'ma holler at you.